welcome to the Womenomics podcast, Soul Care for Entrepreneurs. I'm your co-host, Tierra Bryant.
This is Corinne Jones.
And we have a super dope couple of guests here today. It is like, when you see G, you see Tina. When you see Tina, you see G. And together, they Black Business Clique. So I ain't do that good of an introduction. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves, but we are so super excited to have y'all here with us.
Let's get it. Listen, we in the building with Corinne and Tierra from the Womenomics podcast. This is G and Tina from the Black Business Clique. Really excited to be here. Thank you guys so much for the platform, for the opportunity to chop it up. You already know your family. We've been rocking for a little bit of time now. So this is something that you said we've already manifested this, right? Yes. And here we are now. So really excited just to talk more, to learn more about y'all, let the world know a little bit more about us, and give some good information. But I know it's Womenomics podcast, so I'm gonna let my wife give the good introduction, put her little sauce on it like she do, because she do. Okay. She do.
Yes. Might put that stank on it.
Yes.
I'm trying to heat this thing up. You know, heat it up.
It's already hot. It's already hot.
Let's go.
It's already hot. But thank you guys. Thank you, ladies, again, for having us. It means so much just to connect with you both and share lots of powerful information, right? Because as entrepreneurs, balancing work, life, mom, and just life be lifing, right? Yes. And it's important to connect with like-minded people and to share our various stories. We all on different journeys, but we share so much in common with having to juggle so much in continuing to pour into ourselves as well as our business and things like that. So I'm excited to be here, and I'm sure we are going to gain so much that we could take away. So let's go. Let's get it.
Yes, I am super excited. So we always start with our famous question, and that is, when did you know you could be entrepreneurs?
I'll kick that off. I always knew, to be honest. When I was a kid, I was an entrepreneur since I was about 5 or 6 years old. So for me, it was selling toys around the house. And went from selling toys around the house to selling, y'all ever had Tampico?
Mm-hmm.
I used to blend up Tampico with ice and sell it in Taco Bell cups on my street.
Yes.
That was a little hustle that I had.
Taco Bell cups.
Man, everybody had a house full of Taco Bell cups and Taco Bell sauce. Mm-hmm. No cap. Y'all know y'all had it, that Taco Bell drawer.
Yeah.
So we got it for free, right? So we were slanging what we already had for free. It was a win-win. Mm-hmm. Tampico was about $2, so it was up from there. But I went from that to doing lawns, and then actually graduated into a bigger hustle. When I was in college, I went to Bethune-Cookman University. Shout out to the HBCUs.
Yeah.
I took a trip to Atlanta with one of my roommates at the time. And one of the things that we wanted to do when we got to the South, like, bro, we gotta get a grill. I don't care where we get a grill, we need to get grilled up. And that's right when the song came out, Nelly, Paul Wall, grill came.
Grill, I'm thinking about barbecue.
No.
Me too.
We hungry. It's early. We ain't had breakfast yet. So, but I wanted to get a grill, right? So we went to Metropolitan Flea Market in Atlanta, and we actually talked to the dude. He was real cool. And we ended up buying a grill kit so we could take the grill kit back to the university so we could grill up everybody at the school. So we actually were known as the grill, the grill men at not like George Foreman, but the other type of grills, old teeth,
okay.
Had 10 white gold at the bottom with the fangs and everything. It was lovely, but that was a big hustle. So entrepreneurship has always been a part of my life. And so yeah, I knew it was just a matter of time.
That's fine.
Yeah. What did you,
Tina?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for me, I grew up watching my dad do a lot of odd jobs and side hustles and stuff like that. He was disabled, so he didn't really work a traditional 9-to-5, but he was the definition of a hustler. Like, that was my first visual of entrepreneurship. I didn't really know what that was at the time. But seeing him get out make something out of nothing, it was like, okay, well, if my dad can go get these scraps and this metal and come home with the bacon and, you know, take care of family of 5, this is really a thing. And he had complete control over his time, kind of did his own schedule, did what he wanted. So same thing like Glenn, I guess I was about 10 and I started selling like candy and ices in my community. So same thing, Kool-Aid with a ton of sugar. I feel so bad. I mean, it was so much sugar that it was this thick glaze. If you just rubbed your finger across the top, you got this glaze. I mean, but the kids loved it. The community loved it, y'all. They came out to support your girl. 25 cents for the small cup, 50 cents for the big cup.
Oh, you got a good price.
Yeah.
Get 2 of them. Man.
Right. So that was my very first exposure to entrepreneurship. And I kind of knew very early on things would take a turn. I knew, I'm going to college. That was always the thing for me. But in college, I kind of not really struggled because I always had a job, but I just knew it was more for me. That wasn't the end all be all.
I love that. I love that. And what I love most about you all, because you all are business partners, but you're also husband and wife, and you're also head of your household. You have children, and you show that every day. And that's a big part of us moms, dads out here that are entrepreneurs. Oftentimes we try to balance it, but it's hard to balance it. But you all are very real about it, you know, and I just appreciate that because I have a 4-year-old going on 5. Tiara has a 5-year-old daughter too. And it's not easy, but I just love Black Business Clique. You give us permission and just how you live your life, that our life in all areas, not just being an entrepreneur, not just showing up on social media, marketing as product or service, but our whole life matters. And all of those pieces play a role. And so I just appreciate that so much. I really, really do. I just had to say that up front because that's what drew me most to you guys. At first, I didn't know that it was husband and wife. And so when I realized that, and then you will talk about your children all the time, I'm like, I am not alone. I mean, everybody got kids, but a lot of people don't talk about it as real as you guys. So just want to share some gratitude about that. What I did want to ask is that because you guys are parents, what is the biggest sacrifice that you've had to make around parenting or just doing family as a whole?
That's a good question.
Why you look at me on that one?
You got that one. Go ahead.
One of the biggest sacrifices we had to make. It went from being just us two, right? We were living in Long Beach on Ocean Drive and, you know, just kind of splurging, just living life. And it went from running it up to now we gotta save it up because we got some little people that's dependent on us. We gotta take care of responsibility. We need life insurance. We need health insurance. We need all these adult things that we wasn't worried about that before. So it was really putting ourselves on the back burner a little bit to really refocus on our family, our kids. I was blessed with a husband who was like, hey, you don't have to go back to work. You can stay home and raise our kids. So we jointly started homeschooling our children. And I had just graduated with my master's from USC in social work.
Hey, fight on, Trojan.
Hey, that's right.
So it was different. It was a shift. Everything that I had been preparing myself for the last 4 or 5 years, it completely changed once we found out we were expecting our first son. So we just kind of got out of us and more into our family, more into each other, and what we were building.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would say we had to sacrifice everything, every part of our lives. So that's our individual time. That's our time together. That's sometimes our time with our family, because we get, not only do we pour into our kids, but we pour into our business. Every time you pour something, you can't give 100% as much as you try. You can't give 100% into everything. Where I try to give 100% is me being a husband, me being a father first, and then kind of pour into the rest there, whether that's my 9 to 5, whether that's my personal health and well-being, whether that's the business, But that's the beauty about what we do and the beauty about having togetherness in a husband and wife relationship. Because when I can't give that 100 and I only could give that 60% because I got to get 100 somewhere else, she's going to give me that additional 140 to make sure that we always on top. And I feel like she's the yin to my yang and I'm the yin to her yang. So we work it out and we keep pushing because like we tell everybody, it's bigger than us. So we can't let up. We got to keep going no matter how tired we are, no matter whatever. We're going to figure it out and we're going to keep on. But that's the beauty about having two of us.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And you guys spoke so much about just like the togetherness and how you guys' partnership really fuels the business and, you know, being there for your family. And I would love to talk a little bit about what do you think the key to your persistence is? So between, you know, you guys having children, if I'm not mistaken, you still work full time, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so having like a full-time like 9 to 5 and growing this amazing business, all that you guys do, you pour into other businesses, you know, with your business. So what do you think is really the key to that perseverance? How are you guys pushing past being tired and still showing up for each other, for your family, for your job, for your business, for everything that you guys do?
I think you answered it. Our business thrives off pouring into other businesses. So again, it's not just us. We have to show up for our clients. We have to show up for the family. And that's one of the reasons why we named it Black Business Clique. You know, clique means family. It's all about community. It's all about togetherhood. If I win, you win. If you win, we win. And we got to pour into the fam. We got to get up even when we don't want to and do what we got to do to make sure that our community is happy, our community is fed. We're able to give back. That's why we want it to be accessible in our business, because oftentimes for one, people that do what we do, you don't even see who the hell they are. You don't know who's behind that account. So when we saw that opening in that lane, we're like, oh, we got it. Let's slide in. Let's do this. Let's show people who we are. Let's be transparent, because like you said, Corinne, there's a lot of parents out there. You know, like this, it is what you see is what you get with us. We're not trying to hide. We're not trying to sugarcoat anything, because social media is already a highlight reel. So let's take a difference and a different approach and not just show all the wins. Shit, let's show our struggles. Let's show that, oh man, we can't do this, that, and the third because the kids is tripping today. It is what it is. We're gonna get to it. But yeah, staying consistent, pouring into our community, and to be honest, my 9 to 5 helps a lot with our business because we gotta fund a lot of things. We gotta keep this engine going. So I have to utilize the funds that I get from my 9 to 5 to keep this thing going.
Yeah. Yeah, and you say that it's so much bigger than you all. So what is it that, like, why is it so important that you see Black businesses win?
For one, for us, we're first generation college students, investors, homeowners. So we gathered a lot of information just going through life. And so it was important more so to share that information. So yes, it's important because we know that as Black consumers, we spend over $1.6 trillion annually. And so with that, as much as we're trying to be told we're the face of welfare or debt, right? We have the money, we have the means to circulate our dollars, to build our own economies if we use it the right way. And so we really wanted to be the change that we wanted to see, help circulate Black dollars so we can build our own economies, so that we can have our own schools, our own hospitals, our own grocery stores, right? Because those are the things that really matters the most to change the dynamics that we see today. Healthcare. I mean, Glenn was just recently diagnosed with diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol.
Everything.
And it's something that we see a lot in our community. I have congestive or congenital heart issues. So it's something that, you know, not only affects our family, but we see it a lot. And so we understand how one simple change, we're not going to be able to change the world, but as long as we can impact 1-2 people, we've done our job. So really circulating Black dollars was one of the biggest things for us, because we know the power in our dollar and how it can change life as we know it.
Right. And just piggybacking off of that is a lot of people are just afraid to say black business or black this, black that. And excuse my French, it's kind of fucked up. And it's like, well, we ain't gonna do, who else ain't gonna do it? I ain't afraid to say that. I ain't afraid to be proud of what we are, who we are, what we built. We're gonna get people saying, oh, well, why can't I be in Black Business Clique? That's racist. There ain't nothing racist about us. Our kids got Indian, Asian, and white godparents. So, racist is furthest thing that we are. But what's wrong with having something for us, a safe place for us, where we feel comfortable, where we could be ourselves, where we could be our authentic selves, important to each other. And I feel like one of the things that kind of pissed me off, low key, you can go into any city in the U.S., you're gonna have a Chinatown, you're gonna have a little India, you're gonna have a little this, a little that. So why not have black business, black ownership? Why not push that? Because we need that. We need to have a black African market wherever we go, so we can support our own like everybody else do. But when we try to support our own, and when we try to do what we want to do to help and push our own selves and our agenda, it's always an issue. So we're like, man, fuck that. We found a hole, and we're gonna push what we're gonna push. It is what it is. You like it, you get on, or you don't get on. So we're gonna keep going regardless.
That's right.
That's it. Yes, exactly. That's the energy. Okay. So one of the things that I definitely want to talk about is impact, right? We're talking about what you guys do, how you impact, one, just supporting Black businesses. You nurture Black businesses with the information that you share. You support, Black businesses by creating this community for them to thrive in. And, just like you said, structuring this ecosystem where now we are, traveling our Black dollars within other businesses, supporting other business owners, building up their wealth while we're building up our wealth. And you just creating this circle, and it's going to have such a lasting impact. So I would love to know, who are some people that have impact or influence you to really just push forward with this idea and walk in it with the confidence that you guys walk in it with. When you step into our masterminds, we already know Black Business Clique is here, right? Yeah. G and Tina is here, right? They're going to teach us some stuff. They're going to put their stank on it, and we're going to leave, feeling uplifted and supported. So, who has impacted you guys so that you can transfer that on to everybody else that you engage with and touch?
What's going on, family? This is G and Tina with the Black Business Clique. First and foremost, shout out to the Womenomics podcast. We hope that you took something away. This is a phenomenal podcast, but we want to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do. Husband and wife team that promote Black businesses, but also we show you, the entrepreneur, how to grow your business utilizing social media. Join our community of like-minded, powerful Black entrepreneurs and business owners. We want to see you win. If you win, we win. And if we win, you win. Join the community today. If you're interested in promo, marketing services, tap in with the Black Business Clique. If you're interested in content creation, tap in with the Black Business Clique. We have a social media planner. We have a Black Business calendar. We have the Network and Chill event. We have the Black Business Brunch. We want to serve you. So if you're looking for any of those products or services, make sure that you follow us on every social platform at Black Business Clique. That's Clique, CLIQUE, because we family.
For starters, rest in peace to Drinks by Explosive. Renita Smith was one of our clients who really
day one.
Yeah.
Like day one.
When we first got started, she took a liking to us, such a ray of sunshine, continued to pour into us. Like Glenn said, from day one. And her biggest thing was, you guys got to get in front of the camera. People need to see you. They need to hear your story. And so from there, it was like, we did a little bit. We weren't consistent with it until here recently when we got into the mastermind. So you want to share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so shout out to the Todd Capital Mastermind. That's definitely a huge influence. And I really, before I even get to the mastermind, shout out to Raphael Husbands of Tweet Talk.
Yeah.
Because again, when he first became a client, and he became a client because he saw that we put Todd Billy in our calendar. So he was like, I want to be in the calendar. So he was like, it's all good. So he actually snuck us into one of the masterminds. He didn't tell nobody. He was like, look, just come in, here go the link, just listen. And if this is something that y'all want to do, here go the link, and we'll do what we will. We was like, all right. So we were sitting there soaking up all the game. And I think it was Mr. Monetize Everything. and he was speaking about, you know, the importance of digital products and how digital products change his life. I'm like, this is the perfect call we needed to be on. Right. We're ready to sign right now. But after that, Raphael wanted to sign up with us. He introduced us to Miss Marjorie. And I'm sure Miss Marjorie was like, all right, Charles, you guys need to listen to the little old Black Business Clique. Miss Marjorie was on us. She was like, hey, this is a no-nonsense mastermind. You guys got to bring your A game. You got me like, okay, shit. I don't know if I'm going to do this, baby, man. I don't know.
I was like, no, we gonna rise to the occasion. We ain't gonna disappoint Miss Marjorie. That was the biggest thing.
Right.
Having a community of people who can continue to push you, even when you feel like you're down, or you know, when you're not getting those numbers, or business is slow. It's a cheat code. It's a game changer.
Right, because one of the other things, when we saw Black Business Clique, it's like, you know, we just little old Black Business Clique. We don't know if we could hold our own in a room of phenomenal entrepreneurs doing great things. When we see, you know, Todd Billy, when we see Andre, when we see Henry Amazing, when we see Bruce, Raphael, feel like, oh shit, man, I don't know, this is a little intimidating. But when people invest in you and they see a vision bigger than what you see it for yourself, that lets you know that it's love. And it took that, and it took that love and that accountability from Miss Marjorie and Raphael to pour into us to really see that, well, look, we on to something special. We got to keep going. And if they believe, we damn sure got to believe, because we got clients that believe. So now it's to the, you know, it's up from here. We're going to the moon and back. So yeah.
And Bruce, you can't forget about Bruce.
I said Bruce.
Right? Bruce, I think you blend. You mentioned Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
His flowers.
Yeah, you guys, shout out Coach Bruce. New skills.
Instrumental. And just, we had all these things on our to-do list when we first started out the year, including our membership, our subscription-based program, and that's next level. And so we owe it all to Bruce. He's like, okay, well, why you can't have it done this week? We're like, this week, all right.
Bruce.
Right, and so he gave us all these different programs to look into to see which one was the best fit for us, and he held us accountable. And so something that took us, 2.5 years to create was done in a week.
Wow.
Shout out to Bruce. New skills, new you. Okay.
One new skill will change your life.
Period. Look, we see you in the accelerator.
Okay.
You about to run it back. Gonna run it back. Like, Bruce, we need to run that back. I'm sorry.
No,
yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah, y'all, I feel like you guys are a ray of sunshine. Like, even in the mastermind space, you bring so much positive energy. When I go on your page and I'm looking at all those other businesses, I feel the love behind the whatever the post is, whatever the story is. And it just does not go unnoticed. It just shows just the energy in which you guys do business, how you all communicate with the world. It's all love. And I just feel like, and even though that may be what it is, you still face obstacles, you still face challenges. And so what mindset tools do you use to combat that? Because now, I mean, I feel, and I know that I'm representing the whole planet, that you are now a key people of influence in your world. You've created your own lane, and now everyone is getting in that lane. They want to be part of the movement. And so with that ray of sunshine that I feel, little old me, when I'm just scrolling and I'll scroll and I'll stop. I don't care who's on there. I know it's behind that is so much love and so much support, and I just like to be part of that. And so with that type of energy, I don't know if that creates a challenge sometimes, because you have to rise to the occasion, even when you don't feel like it, because we're all having a human experience every day. So what mindset tools do you all use to kind of keep going, stay elevated, stay positive?
I think you said it, Palazzo, stay positive. You got to be intentional about being positive on purpose, because one of the things that we notice as we continue to grow, as we continue to elevate, there's going to be people that don't want to see you elevate. They might smile in your face. They might be in your mastermind. They might be in your community. You know, they might be spies. You never know, but you just gotta know how to move, stay positive, continue to, you know, I'm always gonna move with kindness first before anything. I'm never gonna have a disrespectful mindset, attitude towards nobody. I'm always gonna move with love first, and how the chips fall after that is how the chips fall after that. And you got to stay positive, and you got to understand that what you're doing is bigger than you. What you're doing is bigger than other people. You got to keep going, and you have to stay innovative, because one of the things that we noticed in this space, we look around and we see a lot of people do what we do after we done it, or taking the recipe, or trying to do things that they haven't done before. Our frequent clients that we've been promoting that they ain't never did nothing like that. So it's like, okay, well, we see you, but we get that imitation is the biggest form of flattery, and we can't knock them because what we're doing is rubbing off. So we have to continue to be positive, understand that, and just continue to keep going.
And it's rewarding too, right? Because it means something that we're doing is working. And I'm a firm believer, if your coach ain't got a coach, they ain't teaching you, ways that you can continue to elevate your business, things that you can take and utilize. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that Charles do in the Todd Capital Mastermind that we're like, ooh, we want to do that, right? And so it's not taking or anything like that. It's, hey, this is the blueprint. It's working. It has proven to be successful. So I'm gonna adapt this, and that's what we should be doing.
Yeah. But also, you give credit where credit is due. That's what you got to do that too. You can't just take something and be like, all right, well, I did this too, but
wait a minute.
You're right. Oh man, that's so funny. And you know what? I just love you guys' attitude about it, because I think when you do experience someone, maybe mimicking, what it is that you do or what you bring to the table after you show them, or they've, engaged in it any type of way, it do sometimes just feel like, damn, like you can't have nothing for yourself. But even the way that you explained it, like it made, even when I experienced it, when I've experienced it in the past, I'm just like, so you're just gonna take everything, huh? Like it's just like, damn, like it's just the originality just gone. But and it's like you want to, get into this place of like, yes, okay, imitation is flattery, but I just love the way that I'm gonna have to take that and like clip that out, because I just love the way that you kind of explained it, because that is the point. You share the information, it don't take anything away from you. You've gotten it the way that you've gotten it. You've explained it the way that you explain it, so somebody else can better understand it. And when they take that play and they run with it, that's the point, right? That's the point. So I love that you spoke about that in the way that you spoke about that. But I also would love for you guys to share just a story when you felt defeated and how you overcame that. We emphasize how much of a ray of sunshine you are, because you are. So we would love to know, how do you get back to that when you experience something that just, it ain't feeling the way you wanted to feel. It's not hitting the way you need to hit,
You can take that one, but I gotta think
about that one. I think for us, we really believe in law of attraction. That's the biggest thing. What we put out there, that's what we're going to get, And so we try to move and be intentional and make sure that we're moving with love, that we're putting ourselves in a room where we're celebrated, not just tolerated. So that helps, right? I don't know. What do you think?
I really pull back the time.
That's so good though, to have different.
No, I was about to say the same thing. That's a good sign, because some people, they can run it down. Like, well, how much time you got? I got a whole lot of tragic stories. So that's a testimony to your blessed life, or how you look at your life.
Yes.
Because obviously you count in the wins far more than the losses, and even in your losses, I'm willing to bet that you turn them into wins. Right. So no answer is a good answer.
Right. But again, that's why even in our community we stress we don't take losses. Like we give your wins, we give your lessons, we give your goals. We don't believe in taking losses, because everything is a learning experience.
That's right. That's powerful. That's powerful. Yeah, that's powerful. So what legacy? Oh, you got one, Tina?
Yeah. After it was so much free money on the streets when the pandemic hit, People were getting unemployment. They was getting the PPP. They was getting the stimulus. Everybody was starting a business. And so people needed some advertising. And so business is booming, like Glenn said. I mean, people were signing up. They were, that was before the subscription. So they were renewing on their packages consistently. And once people started going back to work, the free money ended. It was like, ooh, okay.
Felt that.
Now, what do we do? How do we pivot? And so that's when we came up with the subscription-based model that we have now. So yeah, things do get slow, but you got to learn how to pivot. That's the biggest thing for us. So that was our lesson. Like, okay, well, we know we can't be a one trick. We can't have one trick. We can't just do promo. We need to find other ways that we can add value, right? And so that's when we started teaching other people how to grow their business using social media, because we had already done it. We knew this was our blueprint. We followed this to the T. We probably didn't do it to the best of our abilities at the time, juggling so much, but here it is. Just follow these steps and you'll be able to do it too. So learning how to pivot, staying positive, and using those lessons as an opportunity to just continue to grow. We did a lot of research, built out digital products, started, understanding how that could change our business. So, I mean.
Yeah, no, innovation, being able to pivot, innovate, and continue to kind of stay ahead of the curve. So like you said, it was just promo. We didn't want to just do promo. So, okay, hey, so now we have digital products. Okay, cool. We ran it up with digital products. What else can we offer? Let's offer a community. Let's offer a membership. Let people know that, look, everybody just can't join Black Business Clique. We got to build a rapport. We got to see what you do. We got to make sure it makes sense, because we didn't try to let anybody in there. And then
don't say we.
I was like, sign up. It's all good. It's all good. And people came in the community and they was just bought that energy. They bought the energy with them, and the energy wasn't right. So I was like, look, man, I told you so. I had to let a couple people loose and give them a refund because it just wasn't right. It was going against what we stand for. So yeah, I think it took us a little while to figure it out, but no, that was some of our learning experiences for sure.
Yeah. So when all is said and done, when you look back, if you all pivot in a new way and take on new ventures or just change course in life, what legacy do you want to leave for Black Business Clique? What's your vision?
We have a few, but for one, I know we want to have physical facilities throughout the U.S. Different hubs, different working spaces where people can say, hey, I'm a member of Black Business Clique, or I just want to go into the Black Business Clique office and create, collaborate, network, just have different facilities. On top of that, I would love to grow into a point where we can go public and we can literally offer shares and everybody be a shareholder of what we're building and what we're putting together and what we're building a foundation to. I just want people to know that it's a safe space for entrepreneurs to think, collaborate, learn, and just be in a space to where they feel comfortable and they can show up as an authentic selves, because there's too many places for us where we can't do that. We can't say, well, what's up, fam? No, we can't. We got to put on the mask and we got to, yes, oh, yes, oh, no. Yeah, code switch. And we don't want to build something to where we got to code switch. Be yourself, bro. It's all good. Because that's one of the things you're going to get from us, like authentic selves every single day, all day, every day. It is what it is. You like it, cool. If you don't, kick rocks.
No, that's a great so one thing that we see that's really missing, and you spoke about it earlier, social media is a highlight reel, right? So we're missing transparency, we're missing authenticity, we're missing, that family element. And then for you guys, we missing that Black love, that Black partnership, something that our community is seriously, withdrawing from. And just seeing businesses where you guys are understanding your own individual strengths and you're partnering them up together and you're building, this legacy for your family, for us, for the community. It's just super dope. And because you guys dive so close into, your transparency, your authenticity, I would love to talk about, like, what do you guys' mornings look like? Like, how do you set yourselves up, for success, especially having children, having a business where you have clients who rely on you literally every day. Every day you're promoting another business owner's business, right? So they're looking to you to be their additional, digital footprint or, digital real estate. So how do you guys, really just start your day? Are you like intention setters? All right, today I'm going to read my affirmations. I'm in the mirror. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. Like how are you starting this day off?
What Beyonce say? I woke up like this. Oh, man. That took a lot of growing and uncomfortable conversation because you have to be intentional. So long we just wake up, roll over, and start getting busy. Yeah. But shout out to Michelle Welch. We always give her due because she really drilled that you have to master your minutes. If you don't master your minutes, your whole day will go by and you look up like, oh, damn, I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. Mm-hmm. I didn't time block. So I know during this time, I can get this amount of clients in. From this time, it's me and wifey time. From this time, it's our kids. From this time, it's teaching our kids. From this time, it's back to promoting. From this time, it's our mastermind, coaching, teaching, whatever. So you just got to be intentional with your minutes. You have to be intentional with your time. So I'm more of a morning person than my wife is. So as soon as I wake up, I'm starting promotion ASAP. Whether it's creating or putting out a reel, whether it's spitting out some of our clients' content, whether it's engaging early in the morning. And as soon as I'm done, boom, I jump right into my 9 to 5. And then she takes over from there. And we just continue to piggyback. She's a yin and my yang, like literally. That's how we be able to run our business. When I got to run my 9 to 5, she's running the business and the kids. And when she needs a break, I jump back in. So we try not to have a lot of downtime.
Mm-hmm. And really planning out. So Sundays are big days where, okay, we got to get the laundry. We got to get the kids' clothes out. Okay, what we going to have for dinner this week? Okay, let me go to the grocery store, make sure they have stuff for lunch, right? And then the night before is like the planning for the next day. So reminding him, hey, you speaking of which, you need to pay that ticket. Okay. But just making sure that all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed for the next day. That has really been a cheat code. We're a family of 5, and I can really only remember so much in the here and now. I've learned that I can easily overpower my brain trying to remember so much, and something is going to get left out still. So we try our best to utilize our calendar. We make a beautiful 24-month calendar annually. So we're trying to utilize that thing and make sure that we're moving with intention. So that way we accomplish all our goals. We don't look back at the end of the year like, dang, we had so many things we wanted to do that we just didn't get around to doing it. So again, shout out to Michelle.
So as you look forward in your business, we always, in previous episodes, I typically ask, who did you have to become to be where you are today? Because we are constantly transforming. We encounter new challenges. We reach new peaks, and we transform into a better version of ourselves. So as you look forward to, you talked about having multiple locations and hubs across the United States. Can you talk a little bit about any insight you have or thoughts about the transformation it takes to be that? Because we're always evolving every day and growing. And so who Black Business Clique is then when you have locations everywhere, or you're doing other things, or you're having a much larger influence nationwide, what type of Black Business Clique is
that? Corinne going in. To be honest, I know we're visionaries. You gotta visualize it. You gotta kind of touch it. So we go and connect with other co-working spaces and see what they have going on, things that we like, right? Again, things that we like that we want to utilize, things that maybe we feel like, okay, maybe we could change this and add our little sauce here and there. And so I feel like that's the preparation. So we in the gym right now. We working out, we getting ready for that transformation. We're going out, seeing different property. We're connecting with investors, figuring out how do they get this creative funding to fund these type of projects, right? Things like that. So we're in that transformation period. We haven't really totally stepped foot there to say, okay, this is what it looks like, but we're doing a lot of research on the back end to figure out how we could position ourselves better so that we can be successful once we get there. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Then just, again, being intentional with who's doing what you want to do, who has a big hand and a big hold on the community and the space that you want to, and it's connecting with those individuals. It's learning how did they do it, what can we do to incorporate that in our business, and again, put our stamp on it. So manifestation, like you said, you got to see it, you got to touch it, you got to smell it, you got to hear it. And once you do that, it makes it a little bit easier to get to where you want to do and accomplish what you want to accomplish, and then you bring it to fruition. So I know we will be a national brand, a global brand. I know we will. I have no doubt about that. So it's just a matter of positioning ourselves every day, little by little, because we're not gonna get there overnight. But also speaking it into existence. Like I know what we got. I know what we got. Some people see it, some people don't. But knowing where we are and where we're gonna be, you know, it's very humbling at the same time. So it brings a lot of excitement and it brings a little bit of fear too. Like, damn, I didn't even like social media. Like I didn't even like being in front of the camera. And then now, like, in order for our business to grow and elevate, we have to, and we got to do more of it. And we have to be intentional about being on podcasts, getting our podcasts out there, teaching, educating, meeting the people, shaking hands, kissing babies. So the more that we do, the more that our business grows. And if we grow, y'all grow. If y'all grow, we grow.
Yes.
Literally, we want the buy-in from everybody. This is everybody's business. It's not just Black Business Clique.
No, that was powerful. And we spoke so much about some of the different tools, or at least what I take as tools that you guys use. So, you know, being a visionary, really just thinking out what it is that you guys want, seeing yourself doing it, seeing it be there, all of the details, and really just seeing it in your mind first. You know, keeping that high positive energy, putting out positivity, knowing that you're going to receive it back. Being intentional about everything that you guys are doing, even just being consistent. So I would just love to hear if you guys have any more, you know, kind of mindset tools that you use to fuel your business to help you guys show up every single day.
Back on the mindset tools, huh?
Y'all got them. Y'all got them. And we need them.
Yup, we need the gems.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing with our kids, we try to slow down and just be in the here and the now, not so much focused on tomorrow or next week or next month. And shout out to my amazing husband for really teaching me that. As someone who struggles with anxiety, my brain gets it going and it's just like, it won't stop. I'm laying in the bed just like, where's my birth certificate? Recording. Oh my God, where's my, like, why am I struggling with these things? And it's time to go to sleep. So he has really helped me stay in the here and now, right? And so we've created this amazing workbook for our social media so we can kind of stay grounded because shout out to Shanti Refuge Journals, one of our clients, day one. She sent us these guided journals. And one of them she sent me was on self-sabotaging. Ooh. I learned so much about myself and the things that I did not knowing. Like I'm overthinking, I'm playing it small, I am just not reaching my full potential and being in my own way for whatever reason. And so I noticed just writing these things down allowed me to think it out loud. And I can see it on paper and refer back to it. I don't ever want to get back to that place again. So I created this workbook for social media. So it has a checklist. It has some guided tools that you can use to iron out your social media. So scheduling out what your content creation looks like, finding different ideas that you can utilize to post about. And then just pouring your day to day, because it's also a weekly planner too. So you can write out your to-do list, track your followers, track your income from whatever sources they're coming from, whether it's digital products, badges, things like that. Because I know that there's power in writing out things, saying it out loud. We do affirmations with our kids. I think, what is it, babe?
I think, I can, I will.
There you go.
I can, I will. I'm smart. I'm a king. I'm a leader. I'm a big brother. I love my heart. I love my family. I love my toys. And that's it.
Yeah. My toys. That's a new one. Right. So, I mean, we go through these things with our kids. So as adults, you get away from it. But we learn so much from those little people. And they remind us each and every day that we have to be intentional. So whether that's using a planner and planning out our life, planning out our social media so it all makes sense, or just saying some affirmations to remind ourselves just how great we are. So if anything, I think those are the two that we utilize the most.
And I would say, what God has for you is for you.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what somebody might say, no matter what somebody might do, no matter what anybody try to get in the way of that, no matter what obstacles that might get thrown your way. What's for you was for you, and nobody could get in front of that. So remember, if you have an idea, if you have a thought, bring it to fruition. It might not be exactly where you want it right down day one, but what they say, done is better than perfect. Yeah. It'll get perfect later. Just do it. Don't stop. I mean, we thought about so many different ideas, like, and then somebody else do it.
And then they didn't do it like how we would have did it, or it just wasn't successful, right? And so you kind of beat yourself up about that, like, dang, we should have just ran with that. And that's why God gives you those ideas. He gives it to you to execute it, not to sit on.
Oof. First of all, that's a message, and we're gonna leave that right there. We're gonna let that thing resonate. So please share, where people can find you. Oh, playing by his points.
Right. He is not.
Not playing by his points. But yeah, so definitely please share with us, where people can find you, how they can get connected with you, how they can promote their business with you guys, just all things Black Business Clique.
Go ahead, say it. You can find us on all social media platforms, Black Business Clique. If you are interested in joining our community or learning how to grow your business using social media, click the link in our bio on Instagram, and you can find all the information there as to our social media bootcamp. We have a 5-day bootcamp coming up. That's going to be ongoing. So make sure you click the link and get the information. You can sign up for our wait list for that. So then that way you can be reminded when registration opens. We have our annual Black Business Brunch. If you're interested, if you're interested in coming out for that, that is always the week of July 23rd annually. There is a link in our bio if you're interested in being a vendor for that. And then, of course, to join our community, please send us a direct message that says family. And then we can connect and figure out how we can make it work. But our goal is always to serve. We always want to share information and meet people where they're at. Right. So it doesn't matter where you are in your entrepreneurship journey. You're an aspiring entrepreneur. You haven't figured out what it is that you want to do. The most important thing, you want to connect yourself with like-minded people, right? You want to connect yourself with people who understand, because our community, they are all at different phases of their journey. And so they understand, hey, this person is just getting started. They don't know where exactly to start. And so that's the luxury of what we do, because it's a wide variety of Black businesses that we support. And each week, guest speakers are coming in, teaching on a variety of topics. So don't let that be the reason why you're not part of a community, right? Because community is going to allow you to network, is going to allow you to build those relationships and continue to create opportunities for yourselves, even beyond entrepreneurship and just beyond expanding on a professional level. We also have some personal tools and stuff like that too. So definitely connect with us on all social media platforms, Black Business Clique.
You did that.
Yes, she did.
She did that.
Drop the mic.
Right.
Done.
As always, Corinne, you got anything to send us off with?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for being here and just shout out to all the shout outs that you all gave throughout this episode. I mean, you all embody what family is. We don't get where we are going alone. And like I was listening to you all run it down, you named at least a good 10 people at a minimum that has helped you along your way. And you just acknowledge that. And I think that is just such a good example of how we should operate, how we should network, how we should connect with people. It's all about building community because that helps us elevate ourselves and our business. Even it spills over into our families. I have a 16-year-old son. He's an entrepreneur in his own right. Shout out to Yasir. He edits these videos. He's a writer. And he watches this because he's editing it. So he watches that and it rubs off on him. So it's like you guys have a ripple effect in ways you have no idea. And so I'm just super duper duper grateful for your presence today. And I'm glad that the stars aligned that I can personally connect with you guys. So thank you for coming to the Womenomics podcast.
Yes. No, we appreciate you guys so much sharing your time with us, sharing your just everything, sharing your story, sharing the people that we need to be connecting with, what we need to do to elevate our business, what we need to do to elevate ourselves, and how, our family and community can be a part of our journey. And that's what makes the journey so much more richer, right? So, we definitely appreciate you guys for sitting down and chopping it up with us. We love some Black Business Clique, y'all.
And we love some Womenomics, Corinne and Tiara too.
So yes, thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Look, this has been an absolute joy. This has been fun. This has been amazing. And thank you both for just being welcoming.
Yeah.
It didn't feel so podcasty. It's like, look, we just having a genuine conversation, and that's the way it should be when you jump on somebody else's platform. You don't want it to feel robotic at all. You want it to feel the genuine love, the generosity, the joy, the information. Everything has been top notch. So we really, really appreciate you for allowing us on your platform. And we're going to have to run it back to where y'all come on our platform, our podcast, and we're going to get busy again. Like, we're talking about the same thing. So we're going to switch it around a little.
Yeah.
We would love that. We will be honored to be blessed with the Black Business Clique podcast.
Let's get it. We'll sing on the link.
Yes. Well, y'all, thank you for checking out another episode of the Womenomics podcast. Check us out every Womenomics Wednesday. We coming to you with the soul care for entrepreneurs. And this is our sign off. Peace, y'all. Womenomics podcast. Womenomics podcast. Womenomics podcast.